Hello everybody, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga, and today I have a little yoga practice that is going to be quite energizing. It's going to be bringing a lot of movement through all parts of the body, but primarily a focus on the lower half of the body. So we're going to get a nice big stretch through the hamstrings and through the hips. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. And if you're ready, let's begin. So we're going to get started today sitting at the back of our mats. We're in kneeling, and we're just going to find the breath and start linking up our movement with our breath. So we're going to drop the hands. As we inhale, we're going to reach fingertips out towards the sides, take them nice and high, the palms come together, and exhale, hands through heart center. And again, we inhale, reach the fingertips away, feel a stretch through both sides of the body. Exhale, palms come through center. And one last time, we inhale, reach nice and high, feel that stretch through the body. Exhale, palms come down. We're going to take the palms up one more time, only this time as we exhale, we're going to bend at the elbows and come down into our cactus arms. So our elbows are in line with our shoulders. We're pressing the elbows out towards the back of the room, feeling that nice big opening through the chest. Shoulder blades are drawing together at the back. We're here for one more inhale. As we exhale, we can release the arms and we're going to slide the hands along the floor, coming into our tabletop here. From our tabletop, we're going to bring movement through the spine with some cat-cow. So wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips, and we're going to flow. So as we inhale, we look forward, we open the chest, tailbone up. As we exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, really round out through the upper back. Inhale, look forward, tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the chin, tailbone moves towards the floor. Again, we inhale, look forward, the belly drops. Exhale to press through the hands, really round everything up. And just flow through a few more of these, just in time with your own breath. Inhaling to come forward, exhaling to round under. Bringing that movement. Let's take one more round, so one more inhale, one more exhale, and we can all meet back in our tabletop with a nice neutral spine. We're going to start with the right leg. We're just going to stretch the right leg away, tuck the toe under, and maybe find a little rock forwards and backwards here. So wakening up the ankle joints, the wrist joints, and also getting a little bit of a stretch through the back of the hamstring. Come back to stillness, and let's see if we can lift that right leg. So lift the right leg up, point the toe away, and we're just going to see if we can find a little tap and kick here. So we're going to tap the floor and then kick the leg up nice and high. So as we're kicking the leg up, we want to keep it nice and long, and we're going to lift it just as high as feels comfortable. We're really going to kick from that glute muscle. So really feel it starting to work through the back of the thigh. Let's go for one more. And then the next time that we have the leg lifting up, we're going to bend the knee. And we're going to see if we can bring the right foot up in between the hands. Find your low lunge here. So we're letting the hips move down towards the floor. If we want a bigger stretch, we can walk the back knee back a little bit. Just finding your low lunge here. Maybe find a little rock side to side with the hips. Again, just inviting lots of movement in through the hip joints. We're going to feel a nice big stretch in through the front of the left hip flexor here. So let's come back to stillness. Really ground down through the front foot, and then as we inhale, we're going to lift the hands up, reach nice and high. Fingertips are moving up towards the sky. And the hips are moving down towards the floor. But be mindful here not to just dump all of our weight down into the low back. We want to keep a little bit of integrity in through the core, in through the back. Take a nice deep inhale. Take a full exhale here. Then we're going to find a little bit of a twist. So we're going to drop the left hand down towards the back thigh, and we're going to reach up nice and high with the front hand. If we want a little bit more, we can even send it up and over into a little bit of a side stretch here. Again, breathing nice and deeply. Find a nice big inhale, full exhale. And then let's bring the arms back. Bring them back to the mat, framing the front foot. And we're going to send the hips back. So sending the hips back, straightening out through the right leg. As we exhale, as we inhale, we're going to come back to our low lunge. So we're exhaling into our half splits, inhaling to come forward. So just finding this movement here, lots of movement through the hips. Nice big stretch, really opening up through the right hamstring here. And then the next time that we have the hips back, we're in our half splits, we're going to stop. And we're going to breathe. We are going to be mindful here of keeping the hips square. So if we think about pulling the right hip back and pressing the left hip forward, that's going to keep the hips nice and square. If we want a little bit of a bigger stretch, we can even take the toes back towards the face, and then just think about resting the upper body down over that front leg. Few nice deep breaths here, breathing directly into the back of the right leg. After your next full exhale, we can send the hips forward. We return back to our low lunge. And we're going to take the hips back, step the right knee back to meet the left, and find a quick child's pose here. So set the bum back towards the heels, stretch the arms out long, rest the forehead down. And just take a few deep breaths here. We're not here for very long. Just recentering, finding the breath. And then after your next full exhale, we're going to round ourselves back up. Coming back into our tabletop, we go for another few little cat-cows. So inhaling forward, exhaling to press and round it under. Again, getting that movement in through all parts of the spine. Let's take one more round together. So one more inhale, one more full exhale. Coming back to tabletop, and then this time we're working with the left leg. So we're sending the left leg away, tuck the toe under, and then maybe finding our little rock forwards and backwards here. So this side is probably going to feel a little bit tighter now than the other side, so let's even that out. We're opening up through the back of the left leg. Let's find stillness, and then let's lift that left leg away. Really reach the toe away, make the left leg as long as it can be, and then we're going to find our little tap and kicks here. So we're going to tap the toe towards the floor and kick it up nice and high. Keep the core engaged here as we're doing this. Keep the movement nice and controlled, and really lift from the back of the left thigh. So really feel those glutes, those muscles in through the back of the leg engage as we lift up. Let's go for one more. And then the next time that we have that leg up, we're going to bend the knee. We're going to see if we can bring it up and place it up towards the front of the mat. So we now have our both hands framing the left foot. Find your low lunge. So maybe we stay here on fingertips. Maybe we drop to palms of the hands. Maybe we want to walk the right knee back a little bit to get that deeper stretch through the front of the right hip flexor here. Let's take a little rock with our hips side to side. Inviting lots of movement here, lots of energy coming into the body. And then coming back to stillness. Really root down in through the front foot. As we inhale, we're going to press in through the foot, reach the arms up nice and high, coming into your low lunge. Again, be mindful of the core, be mindful of the lower back, but do feel a nice big stretch through the hips, and do allow your pelvis to sink down towards the floor. Few deep breaths here, fingertips reaching nice and high. And from here we'll find that little twist. So we're going to drop the right hand onto the back of the right thigh. We're going to reach the left hand up nice and high, and maybe if we want a little bit more we can send the palms of the hands up and back, finding that nice big stretch in through the side of the body here. Take a nice big inhale, full exhale. And then let's bring the hands back, plant them back onto the mat. And then we find that movement once again. So we're going to send the hips back, straighten out through the front leg into your half splits. And then as we inhale, we're coming forward once again. So exhale, straighten the leg, send it back. Inhale to come forward. And just finding that nice flowy movement here. And then let's say the next time that we have the hips back, we're going to stop, we're going to find a little bit of stillness. And we're going to think about relaxing down into it here. So relaxing the upper body down over that front leg. Again, being mindful that the hips are still square here. So slightly pull the left hip back, slightly press the right hip forward. And if we still need a little bit more, we can flex the toes back towards the face. Relax it down and breathe. Let's take one more full cycle of breaths. One nice big inhale and your exhale. And then we come back, moving back into our low lunge. Hands are in front of the mat. We're going to send the hips back slightly and then step the left knee back to meet the right. From here, we're going to bring ourselves up and into our downward facing dog. So our palms are spread nice and wide, fingertips are nice and wide on the mat. Tuck the toes underneath, send the hips back, and then press in through the hands. Start to lift the hips, send them back. Downward facing dog. You can have a nice deep bend in through the knees here, or you could be working towards straight legs. Just take a few deep breaths here. Recenter, find your focus. No tension in the neck, no tension in the head, the shoulders, upper back. Pressing nice and firmly in through the palms. And then on your next inhale, we're going to see if we can reach the right leg up nice and high, find a bend in the knee, and we're going to step it forward up in between the two hands. We're going to plant the back foot down, so it's coming out on a slight angle here. And then as we inhale, we're going to reach the hands up towards the sky, find your warrior one. So our hips are facing forward, our front toe facing forward, our back toe on a slight angle. Few deep breaths here. Reaching nice and high. From here, we're going to open into our warrior two. So we're going to start to send the back toes to face towards the left hand side of the mat. We're going to open the arms out down to about shoulder level. And the front knee is still facing forward. Our hips are now facing towards the side. Gaze is out over that front hand. Breathe nice and deeply. From here, we're going to find our peaceful warrior. So we're going to try and maintain the bend in that front knee. We're going to drop the back hand onto the thigh, flip the front palm up, and inhale. Take the palm up or reach it up and over. Take a big inhale in, full exhale. And then let's bring the arms back over. We're going to continue over, coming back down so that our hands are on the mat. We're going to step the back foot back and then chaturanga. So inhale, come forward, exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Few deep breaths here. We're just going to do the exact same little sequence on the other side. So on your next inhale, we're going to reach the left leg up nice and high. Find a bend in the knees, step it forward up in between the two hands. We're going to plant the back foot down. Inhale to reach nice and high into our warrior one. So again, front toes are facing forward, back toes on a slight angle, hips facing forward, fingertips reaching high. Deep breaths. Building that strength in through the legs. From here, let's open into our warrior two. So the back toes are going to spin open, hips are going to face the right hand side of the mat, and the arms are going to open out. Gaze out over that front hand. Few deep breaths here. And then we're going to find our peaceful warrior. So we're going to drop the back hand onto the thigh, flip the front palm, inhale to reach up high or take it up and over for a slight side bend here. Let's take one more full cycle of breath. Nice big inhale, full exhale. And then we're going to bring the arms back and around. Let them continue to plant down onto the mat, spin onto the back toes, step the left foot back to meet the right, and then find your chaturanga. So inhale to come forward in the toes, exhale, bend the elbows lower down, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. And let's take our downward facing dog with a nice deep bend in the knees here. So we're really pressing through the palms of both hands. We've got a nice deep bend in the knees. Almost think as though you were trying to almost bring your belly onto the tops of your thighs. And then we're going to send our gaze up towards the front of the mat. Again, nice deep bend in the knees, and we're either going to hop or step the feet up towards the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. And then again, nice deep bend in the knees, palms of the hands come to the floor, and we're going to see if we can sit ourselves back onto our mats. From here, before we start to take things down a little bit, we're going to see if we can find our boat pose. So we're going to just come up onto the tippy toes slightly. We're going to send the weight of the upper body back, and we can have hold of either the front of the knees or behind the knees here. And we can just start by maybe lifting one toe off the floor and then the other. If this is where we are today, this is where we can stay. Or maybe we start to lift, lower, lower, lift, lower, lower. Or maybe we lift and we hold. We're going to keep that core engaged. So think about bringing the tummy button back towards the spine. We're switched on, we're nice and strong. We can stay here, or we can reach the arms out long in front. We're here for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Keep the core switched on, and 1 and 0. Let's bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. We're going to keep the knees bent up, and we're just going to find a little bit of a bent knee forward fold here. So just relax the body down over the knees and breathe here. Think about releasing all of the tension out of the lower back. Finding lots of space in the back, lots of space in the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Taking one more full cycle of breath here. And then nice and slowly coming back up out of our little forward fold variation and coming to find cross-legged on your mat. Let's bring the hands out in front of us. We're going to clasp the hands, press the palms of the hands away. As we inhale, take them up. Exhale, take them down. So just finding a little bit of a stretch through the arms here. Inhaling to reach up, exhaling to lower down. Let's take one more, reach up high, exhale to lower. We can drop the hands here and let the hands come behind the back. So as the hands come behind the back, we're either going to clasp the hands together. If the hands are clasped together, we're working on rolling the shoulders back, taking the hands down towards the floor and maybe taking it out away from the body. Or maybe if it's accessible to you, we can hold on to opposite elbows here. But what we want to think about is getting this nice big opening in through the chest, in through the fronts of the shoulders. Take a nice big inhale, full exhale. And then release the hands. We're going to one last time reach them up nice and high. Let the palms come together at the top. Exhale down to heart center and namaste. I really hope you enjoyed practicing with me. I hope you're feeling nice and open in through most of your body, especially in through your lower body. I really hope you're feeling energized, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you.